So I'm doing a little loose leash walking with Greta. And you'll notice it's not on a 6-foot leash, it's on a 20-foot leash right now. And it's not walking along a road, it's walking in my yard. So a lot of people go too fast with puppies and they want to have, the perfect walk right away down the road. And you can have a walk down the road, but you're not going to have the perfect walk down the road at about this age that Greta is. You could, in very limited distractions, you could with some luring and some food, but you have to remember that a dog this age, which is maybe 16 or 18 weeks, is a baby. Very, very baby. When they're 6 months, they're a baby. And when they're 1, they're just entering adolescence. And then at 2, they're a young adult. But some dogs grow all the way till 3. I know my Shayna did. So, not much, but they're still developing. So remember that. These are not, no matter that they get along better than our young ones do that are human, they are babies. And so should be treated as if they are not aware of the domestic rules of our domain and treated kindly. Greta! Who's a pretty Greta? No? Sit? Good girl. Yes. Come on. Greta! Sit. Good girl, yeah. Good girl. Who's a good and bad Greta? Sit. Good girl. Yes. I forgot to do my stopwatch to see how long we work. You don't want to work a puppy too long. We're at 3:50 on this segment, but we did a couple other segments before then. We should be fine for now. Good girl. Okay. One. Come on. nice. You're staying so close. Let's go. Sit. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. So there are some things I've obviously been working with her. Attention to name. Sit, which I believe her owners also started. But I'm going to go towards the goal of getting 4 in a row. And then that will be their homework. Let's go, which is an informal command for come, but it's not a formal come command. And if you watched my training, you'd know that the difference is in a formal come, the dog comes straight into you and sits. Informal come, they just come towards you and you can release them whenever. And you can make that as tight or as loose as you want it to be. Formal come is something very different, so I don't use that word right now. But I can use the calling of her name and the let's go command to start a formal come. Now again, baby puppy, so she's not going to learn a perfect formal come anytime soon in any kind of environment. Greta! Greta! Sit. Good girl. Yes. Yay. Oh, and I'm also training her release word. I should also point out if one's having trouble with their dog eating enough, sometimes involving it in the work in smaller increments during the day can help that out quite a bit. As you can see, Greta's having fun outside, we're bonding, she's getting fed, she's interacting. Dogs like to interact with their people. They're not so good. I mean, some dogs can self-amuse themselves, but most dogs really prefer if you're out there with them doing something. They're pack animals and you're a part of their pack. What's the matter, Regrets? Regrets? Good girl, sit. Yes. Now, if you do this for too long, the puppy's going to get bored. So I just want to put one thing on tape for Greta's owners. The start of the look command. That's how we started with the Greta, 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 Greta. Come towards me. But it helps to keep that command up. So for this, I might want my puppy on the shorter leash. Because because I don't want her too distracted by anything else. And I have my treats. I'm just going to do like 4 or 5 of these because we've been doing these all day. I'm going to put it behind my back and I'm going to say her name. And when her eyes meet mine, I'm going to say yes and give her the treat. And it really needs to be timed well. Greta. Yes. Good girl. I try to say yes before my treat goes to her so I don't lose the look. Also, yes is a release word. So if I do lose the look, yes is a release anyways. But a lot of times you just get them if you can swing your hand out fast enough, you continue with the look. Greta, yes. Greta, yes. So if you're ever not sure that your dog's looking at you, make yourself taller or move your head so that you can determine whether that's happening or not. Greta! Yes! So I waited for not just a glance, but an actual look at me there. So she looked and she glanced and she looked and she glanced and I waited for the look. So this will be the last one for this session because I think we've worked long enough. Greta! Yes! Yay, good girl! Now I'm going to give her about 10 minutes of free time as long as she's not pulling on me. Or she can just play with a toy or do whatevs. But not eat rocks. Watch her around rocks. Good girl. Nope. she left the rock alone. How's a pretty girl? How's a pretty girl? The pretty, pretty one. The pretty, pretty one. Greta. Oh. The leash just caught me. That was the ooh. Right around my foot. Huh. So I hope you enjoyed us on our Greta adventures today. And now we're going to go in and put Greta up for a nap. And I'd like to mention about naps. Naps with puppies are very important. If you have kids, you can liken it to when your toddler becomes too tired and they're not going to want to sleep, but they need to. Puppies require a lot of sleep, especially if they've been active in any kind of training or activity, or just everyone's been paying attention to them all day. They can get grumpy and they can get bitey and they can throw temper tantrums. So not all of them, but do yourself a favor and make sure your puppy gets a nap. Bye.